to do a quick video because of the comments that I seen that people say about Shanann. Understand, when you say this about Shanann, that is the mother of Bella and CeCe and Nico. She is a human being that is no longer here to defend herself. So when you say she's controlling, she did this and drove Chris to do that. He killed his wife, pregnant wife, and children. I want to put this image in your head so that if you're one of those people that are commenting this and you have children, I feel sorry for your children. I honestly, heartedly feel sorry for your children. Because imagine you're having to do this right here for one of your children. I think this image right here says it all. The heart-wrenching, heartbreaking. Your soul is crushed. Your life will never be the same. His life will never be the same. Do you see this image? I want you to put this image in your brain and instill it and learn the word empathy. Because if that's one thing we can teach our children is the word empathy, then you have taught your child everything they need to have a successful life. If you want advice, teach your children empathy. That is the ability to put yourself in another person's shoes, to feel the pain that that person is enduring. Having to feel the pain of what someone else is going through allows you to be more compassionate, to be more understanding. This is horrific. This is horrible. So people that are saying all these terrible things, keep in mind here, she's the victim. Her children, those innocent babies, are the victims. No one has the right to take anybody's life. Who the hell does this one think he is? Well, he thought he was smart, but he's disgusting. And the people that leave comments taking up for him, knowing the facts that what he did to his family, get a fucking divorce. You don't annihilate your family. If she was so bad, get a divorce. That's why we have divorces. Come on. I feel sorry for your spouses, man. I feel sorry for your kids. You think the way you think is distorted. It's not human. To say the things that you say is just not human. She don't have a voice anymore. It's imperative that others have a voice for her. Like Shanann's father said, she's super excited for justice that day. Wonder what Shanann would have even endured knowing her babies were smothered by the one man she trusted, her husband. She said her life, like with Chris, he was the best thing that ever happened to her. So people that leave these comments, it's really disgusting. And you should be ashamed of yourself. Seriously ashamed of yourself. Those babies didn't deserve the horror they went through. How about you hold your breath? Hold your breath until you can't breathe anymore. See what that feels like and imagine not even be able to take another breath. I want you right now to hold your breath. Now imagine your father is killing you. Imagine the one man that you trust, that you thought was the best thing that ever happened to you, that ever happened to your life. You're having another baby and it's a boy and you're trying everything you can to make him happy and give him a little boy because that's what's going to make him happy. You don't want any more girls. trying to like search for self-help books to save your marriage, trying to do everything. No relationship's perfect. Nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes. That's why we're called human beings. We're allowed to make these mistakes. She loved her husband. Her children loved their daddy. And he took it from them. He took it. Right here. This man right here. He took it all from them. So when you are about to leave a comment that's saying some horrible things about these little girls' mommy that they loved very much, little Bella kept getting up. I want to see mommy. And this bastard promises her. He promised her, you'll see your mommy in the morning. You'll see your mommy in the morning. She just wanted her mommy. Bella always wanted her mommy to tuck her in bed. CeCe always wanted her daddy to tuck her in bed. Guys, these comments are pathetic. They're disgusting. And I feel sorry for you. That's all I can say. I mean, there's nothing else I can say, but I just feel so sorry for you that you feel the way you do. I'm sorry you feel that way. But if you want to do yourself a favor, learn empathy. I'm telling you, you'll be a better person. Because when you say these things, you look horrible. You're the one that looks very bad. You have a deficiency of like human compassion. If you're married, I feel sorry for your spouse. If you have children, I feel sorry for your children. I couldn't even imagine the shit you say to them. I'm sure mommy builds them up as you're tearing them down. And I'm sure her kids, your wife's kids, are building their mommy up as you tear them down. You know, there's physical abusers, there's verbal abusers, there's mental abusers, and then there's murderers. And we're not just talking about domestic violence here. We're talking about murders. 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 We're talking about babies that were put in oil tank batteries with crude oil. Do you know what crude oil is? Get a cup of water, put a bunch of sugar in there, make it really, really thick. Now imagine your babies are smothered by the one person you trust and the one person you love, the one person you're about to have a baby with. He smothers your children. Or say your wife smothers your children. Then kills you. And then you get that cup of sugar water that's very thick. And I want you to imagine your spouse putting your children in that cup. Their bodies. But put some black dye in that sugar water. I'm trying to help you here have empathy. So follow me. Now put some black dye in the sugar water. Now imagine those babies that their lives were just taken from them. You were there when they were born, when they took their first breath of life. You were there at birthday parties and bed reading and tucking them in and all your little magical moments of life. Now imagine your spouse smothers them and your baby fights for their life. And I want you to imagine your baby bites their tongue because they're so scared. This is the person that always protects me when I go to the doctor and I get shots. You're the one that protects me. You're the one that makes my boo-boos feel better. And now, like, imagine if this baby even seen her mommy be murdered. I can't even go there. My heart can't go there. I can't even allow myself to go there because I could only imagine. But imagine, get you some physically, get some sugar water, I'm telling you. This will help you learn empathy. I promise. I see this shit all the time. Get that sugar water and imagine your baby's in that black sugar water Bella was face down in that crude oil tank. Face down. So, of course, some oil got into her lungs. Little CeCe, she was heads up. Her face was up. Okay, now imagine that these are your children. Your children. This can happen, people. This can happen to us. You may think it can't, but it can. I see it every day. Now, if you can imagine this happening to you and to your babies that you have unconditional love for, and let me explain to you what unconditional love is. Unconditional love is what a parent has for their child, what a dog has for their owner. Those are the only type of unconditional love as human beings we have, because for our spouse, there's conditions. We cannot unconditionally love you. Not as a spouse. We cannot unconditionally love you. It's not going to happen. Because if you beat me, I'm out of here. You treat me like shit, I'm out of here. You cheat on me, I'm out of here. But guess what? Our kids can do whatever the hell, and we're still going to love them. We're still going to give them that unconditional love. Like the dog that keeps going back to their owner. Even when they're dead, that dog ain't going to leave you. That's unconditional love, people. So when a person lacks unconditional love, like a person like this, it's sociopath. It's psychotic tendencies. This isn't a normal human being. So when you're taking up for this person right here, you're taking up for not a normal human being. And you are showing everyone that you are not normal. It's got to stop. These are victims here. They cannot defend themselves. They cannot defend themselves. Now I'm going to leave you with one last image. Okay? Innocent babies, innocent lives. That image right there, keep it in your mind. I want you to instill it in your mind. Put those in your mind. Put that in your mind. When you're taken up for him, put it all in your mind. Get that in your mind. Put that in your distorted mind. Now put this in your mind. Whenever Shanann's family and friends would tell her, "We love you," she would always say, "We love you more." This was his family's last time to tell him, "We love you more. We love you more." Everyone says, you know, I've seen some comments where someone says, "Oh, she got off easy. He's in prison." Guess what? His family can write him. They can talk to him. They can go visit him. They can't with her. All they can do with her and these kids is go to this gravesite right here where he put them. They can't talk back. They'll never hear their voice. They'll never hear them laugh. They'll never hear them cry. They'll never get a hug. Stop bashing this victim. It's not right. Learn empathy. It's disgusting. You truly have a deficiency if you do not have compassion and empathy for these victims. That's all I have to say.